Today on With Intention, we're going to share a personal story about how you can take the focus off you and put the focus on others. Hey guys, welcome back. Welcome to episode 2 of With Intention. Thank you so much for watching episode 1. It was really a proud moment for me to share Adam's story and to hear all the feedback from everyone. It was very cool, very humbling, and I appreciate it greatly. So thank you for watching episode 2. Hopefully we can deliver a message that resonates with you today as well. So today we're going to talk about a contribution mindset and how you can harness that more often. And I want to share a personal story with you. So it dates back many years, but in my college days, I had the opportunity to play college soccer. And it was a pretty high level. It was a Division I college soccer team, a top 20 team in the country. We were very successful from a team standpoint, but I want to share with you about my experience and what I've learned from that experience and how I actually struggled, although my team was successful. So look, I started out as a kid, I was a good soccer player and eventually grew into the point where I was able to earn a scholarship to a good college soccer team. And freshman year was fine, was a contributor, ended up earning a starting job my sophomore year to the point where actually in one tournament was the MVP of the entire tournament. So this is a pretty high level, it's a pretty cool thing. So my trajectory's going up, I'm feeling good. But throughout the season, I wasn't playing as well as I had hoped as the season progressed. I eventually found myself on the bench. And that had never happened before my entire soccer career. So as I find myself sitting on the bench now, I didn't know how to handle it. And so I focused so much on the fact that I wasn't starting that instead of I was still playing a lot, but I wasn't focused on just contributing and serving my team and my teammates as best as I could. I was focused more on myself. And it was really a victim mindset, to tell you the truth, and just why am I not starting? Why am I not playing as much? I'm better than this person. I'm better than that person. And it was, looking back, it was just a great lesson for me to learn that regardless of where you are, you still need to contribute. And so what ended up happening, the rest of my career, it was where I had this trajectory going up. I felt like into my second year, once I got benched, and then I would kind of earn a starting spot every once in a while, and then I'd go back. And it ended up, my last season, we played in the Sweet 16 in the NCAA tournament, and I was the last person off the bench. I'm a senior. I had freshmen coming in playing before me. And there's some really good players, but that's how, because I was thinking about myself and struggling with the fact that I wasn't earning the starting spot, I ended up being someone that really didn't live up to my potential and what I expected. And for many years, in all honesty, I hated soccer. It was hard for me to even turn the TV on and watch a soccer game. And then I had kids. And then my kids, as they got older, they started to play soccer. And as they progressed, I decided that, you know what, I want to give back to them and contribute to them, so I'm going to coach them. Well, little did I know I was going to learn so much just by coaching these kids. And now I coach my son, my oldest son, Gabriel, he's 9. And I can't tell you the lessons it's taught me from my past experience that now I can build into these kids. And it's gone from being a coach, you have to think about the team. As a player, yeah, you can think about yourself a little bit, but how do you actually teach them to not think about themselves first, to think about the team first? So anything from passing the ball and not being selfish to being more excited about getting a nice assist instead of a goal. And so we constantly talk about it. So the light bulb went off for me when I saw these young kids who were complete sponges at this age and the ability to teach them what I wish I knew growing up. And it's not that I wasn't a good team player growing up. It's that when I started to struggle, I didn't know how to handle it. And then I just turned inward. So my mission as I coach is now to how do I build these kids? And it's not about soccer really when you look at it. It's about life. It's such a great life lesson. So we talk all the time about, hey, if adversity hits, how do you get back up? If we go down by 2 goals, how do you just pick your boots up and go back and try and score 2 more goals and try to win the game? How do you keep fighting? And I'll tell you a story about our first season. We were a pretty good team, But we certainly lost some games, but we talked all the time about, hey, play for each other, build into each other, be a good teammate, be resilient. I remember our last game, we were in a championship game of a tournament, and we were down 2-0 within about 5 minutes. And probably a month or two prior, the kids would have started to bicker at each other or bicker about the referee. It was so cool. I remember one of our little guys, a defender, said something to the extent of, "Come on guys, let's go, we can do this, we can come back." And lo and behold, we come back, we score 2 goals, we score a third, we take the lead, and it was so cool to see these little guys battling back and forth. And I think they took the lead on us 4-3. We go to penalty kicks, and we win the game in a shootout. And I told the kids after the game that this is what it's about. You were down 2-0, and you didn't start bickering and fighting and thinking about yourselves. You thought about, how can I build the team? And I'll never forget the defender, how he said that he got it. He just was picking up his teammates. And that to me was that light bulb of, oh my gosh, I can take this experience I had and these struggles I had, and I can build into the next generation. And so if you had my players here, or even the parents of the players, they would tell you about the life lessons that we really try to teach the kids. And we talk about it every time we practice, every game. How do we build? How do we be resilient? How do we move on from here? So it's a really fun thing for me to go from this game that gave me so much to actually hating the game, and then to finding and rediscovering this love for the game again, and then to be able to teach these life lessons and do it. And my son is part of this, and it's not just about my family, but it's about these other kids too. So it's such a blessing to be able to be there for these kids and teach them and build into them. So hopefully you found that story inspiring. It's even telling the story, it inspires me. I get goosebumps just thinking about that game and that kid encouraging his teammates and the team actually pulling out the win. And just that process and that impact that I now can make on these kids is just a really cool thing. So I think a lot about what I would tell myself 20 years ago when I was going through those challenges. And I think what I would ultimately say is, look, it's not about you. Wherever you're at, pick yourself up and just figure out how you contribute to the team. How can you take the focus off yourself and focus on others? So I think it's a great lesson for all of us. And look, I encourage you to, whatever situation you face, and you may be facing something really painful right now, or you may be struggling right now with something, whether it's in work or in your family or with a team, whatever that may be, think about how you can contribute. If you ask yourself that, how do I add value from wherever I am? It's a really powerful question to ask. And really start to think about, hey, maybe write down, how am I not adding value today? That's a powerful thing too. Or what action could I take that doesn't add value right now? And just that awareness of seeing that and understanding that can enable you to then think about, all right, now how do I move forward? How do I be intentional and move forward in an actionable way to help the situation, whatever it is. So thank you so much for watching. We really appreciate it. Thanks for the kind comments on episode 1. Don't hesitate to share it. We'd love for this message. If you think it resonates with you, it may resonate with others. So please feel free to share it. And again, thanks for watching.